Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Flynn. Please make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, and also like. We are going to discuss about molecular genetics or molecular biology, and we are going to start with definitions of the terms that are used in molecular biology or molecular genetics. There are very many terms that are used in molecular biology, but some of them are these that are defined here. So, some of these terms are genetics. Genetics is the study of inherited characteristics and variations of the inherited characteristics. So these inherited characteristics are passed from parents to their young ones, and these characteristics may vary from one generation to another. So genetics chips in and studies these inherited characteristics and these variations that occur in the inherited characteristics. So the other term is gene, and gene is the unit of heredity or inheritance. Unit of inheritance means it is the gene that carries the inherited traits from the parent to the or to the young one of the offspring from one generation to another. So gene is located on the chromosome and the chemical structure of gene is DNA. The other term is chromosome, and it is a thread-like structure which is made up of DNA. The chromosomes or the chromosome is made up of a pair of chromatids which are attached together by a centromere. The other term is heredity, and it is the translation of traits or characteristics from parents to the young ones through a genetic material or genetic materials. And these genetic materials are genes which carry the inherited characteristics from parents to the young ones. The other term is alleles, which are two or more forms of a gene, and alleles may have minor differences in the sequence of DNA, and it is these minor differences that contribute to the uniqueness of a person in terms of physical differences. So physical differences may be skin color, the hair, the height, and many other physical differences. So alleles can either be dominant, meaning that they are the ones that are expressed, or they may be recessive, meaning that they are the ones that cannot be expressed. So from there we are going to discuss about branches of genetics. Here we have 5 branches of genetics, which are classical or transmission genetics, cytogenetics, microbial genetics, population genetics, or quantitative genetics. So we are going to start with transmission genetics, and it is a branch of genetics that explains the principles of heredity, and it is important in determining how many traits that are passed from one generation to another. The other branch of genetics is cytogenetics, and it blends the skills of cytologists who study the function of a cell with the geneticists who study the relationship between heredity and cellular activities. The other branch of genetics is microbial genetics, and it is the study of microorganisms and their genetic traits or characteristics which may be useful to human beings. And we have seen this technique mostly being used in cloning system. The other branch of genetics is population genetics, and it is the study of a given gene in a given population. And lastly, we have quantitative genetics, which is the study of continuous traits or characteristics and the underlying mechanism. So from there, we are going to discuss about importance of genetics, and